about now? There we go. It's working now. So my chat's not working on OBS. Cool. That went well. Anyway, hey, welcome. Episode 32 of Scales of Destiny. Very exciting. There we go. I think I have chat now. There we go. So yeah, that went well. Good. Okay, let's just bring in the group. Great start to the stream. Great start.
Interrogating a lot of people because we don't want to be suspicious straight from the start.
First person we see, grab them around the neck. Who are you working for?
Also, Nell, there's something else that I want to do with Nell, which may or may not be a little bit intense.
When isn't anything you do with Nell intense, though?
No, why are you unmuted already?
So,
Wow.
Yathina, let's move on from your violence, and you can recap the last session for us.
Yeah, I can recap the violence from last session. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Last session started out with us traveling from Linhof on the road towards Khir-Doral. After we had just attempted to free Rukin from the prison, but we didn't quite know whether it worked or not. We moved on the road to Khir-Doral. I saw that, Burius. Don't make me more anxious as I already are.
Get snitched on.
I'm trying to figure out my pens.
Oh,
not
Jesus.
My pens. Not my pens. I'm trying to figure out my notes. You got me all confused now. Was last week 31?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, I have more pages than I thought I did. Okay. I start out with sending a message to Jambari just to update her what we've been doing and where we are and what is going on. I tell her about there's something in the volcano and that it's dangerous, but we don't think it's a dragon, and that we are on our way to Khir-Doral. Then we just travel, and in the middle of the night during a rest, I decide to open up to Vic about what is going on with me, and I show him my diary. I show him the papers that I've written from the forgery kit, and I show him the drawings in the diary that I did. Long story short, there's a little bit more going on with Nell than meets the eye, and she's literally asking Vic for help because she doesn't quite know how to deal with all of that. She, when he looks at the papers that she's written, there's some papers where she just normally tried to copy his handwriting, more or less successful, but there was also some more freaky papers where she has just written essentially all the violence that she wants to commit, but like just describing violence that she should do, like setting people on fire, invading people's minds, and so on. And there's one piece of paper that's just written in a very scraggly handwriting, but sort of Nell's handwriting, that says, help me. And then she shows Vic the diary, or Vic looks at the diary, and it depicts a lot of pictures of stuff that has happened to them. Normal stuff, like them fighting something or them traveling, but also stuff like Aqua on fire the very first time they met, Nell on fire, Nell laughing while she's on fire, her house that she grew up in, then the group in a grip of a sort of black shadow, and then a big creature that is surrounded by shadows and flames. Then it also turns out, which Nell didn't quite know because she couldn't really comprehend, or she kept forgetting about it when she looked away, the texts written in her diary, I don't know if we established exactly what they said, but they tell of, like, that they are older than they seem to, like, than Nell seems to be. And Vic finds out the name of her, which we know is her patron, which is Ertu. Nell also tells Vic that she is much older than she seems to be. She's 413 because whenever something happens or whenever she is starting to figure out what is going on or starting to rebel against her patron, he sort of resets her and resets her memory, which is the reason why her memory is all jumbled up. And she remembers different things, but she has no context to them. While all of this is happening and she's trying to make sense of all of this, her scars are spreading across her face and across her neck. So instead of just being on the left side of her body, they start to migrate to the right side of her body, and they hurt and are very tender. We also, while we're traveling, we feel that the tremors in the ground are getting worse. The more we get towards the volcano, which Meglo has named, was it Flames Dwelling? I already forgot.
Yes.
Yes, the Flames Dwelling. I don't quite remember the name of my patron. That keeps happening while we travel. It's good that Vic knows it, but whenever Vic mentions it, I cannot fathom the name and I cannot keep hold of it. Onel continues to look worse and feel not terribly great. She has a big headache. She has a dream that she remembers. And then we make our way to Khir-Doral and we arrive eventually. Khir-Doral is, so far we haven't seen much of it, but it's a gorgeous city made out of the mountain, like literally made out of the mountain. And it's very beautiful and it's very vast and it's very imposing. And the last thing that Nell did before they arrived at Khir-Doral is that she secretly sent a message to Rukin to figure out whether they managed to get him out of prison, and Rukin says they did and we will see him soon, but keeps it as mysterious. And yeah, the end of the session was in Khir-Doral and we go from there.
Indeed. We rejoin the Navigators as you are stood at the entrance gate, the northern entrance gate to the city, looking out across the vista towards the mountain and to the mountain ranges, as it were, over a city that is dug from the ground, it seems, and the city and the ground seems to be molded to fit. There are stairs heading both directions down from you in kind of switchback style, leading off to all sorts of different platforms, levels. Very unorganized looking, but all of the locals seem to know exactly where they're going without too much problems, or too many problems. And without too much of an issue, or too many other problems, you are kind of ushered in with the crowd down the right-hand staircase, which seems to be the popular route. The left seems to go into more of the northern side of the city that is ultimately less used, it seems. Slightly quieter. The buildings are maybe less populated or less visited. However, the right-hand side where you are heading now heads into the sort of center gate of the city, and the staircase in this direction seems to go the deepest as well. You're at the entrance of an unknown city, unless you're Skald. who has been here a couple of times before. Is there somewhere specific you would like to go?
Yeah, so I suppose, are we looking to first find a place to stay, or do we want to get to work straight away?
No, I think
Base camp would be good, wouldn't it?
yeah. Do you know a good place to stay, or do you have any relatives that could provide lodging for us?
Or a pub?
Well, I have no relatives who stay here, but in terms of places to stay, there are numerous inside Khir-Doral, as I'm sure you can imagine. Depends on how much you're willing to pay, of course.
How long are we planning on being here?
I would assume we'd be here for a while, no? I mean, we have some. I lower my voice a little bit. We have some investigation to do, some people to figure out, maybe some, I don't know, break-ins to do if people don't let us into places. We just, I don't know. I depends how long it takes us to figure things out. But I wouldn't mind exploring the city as well.
What if we rented a house? We obviously can't because we're not natives, but if it's in Skuld's name...
Well, it's an option, but it's going to be very expensive.
We've got money, and worst case scenario, we make some more money.
Yeah, I mean, we can always inquire how much it would cost, but if we could rent a house for... I don't know, actually, to be fair, how long were our leases for? Did we go for the 2-month or 1-month option? I think it was a month, wasn't it?
When was that? For what?
When we docked.
Our visa.
Oh, you went for the month, I believe.
1 month paid for. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, we've been in Lindhof for 3 days, I think.
Yeah, you're still well into your first. Well, you're coming to the end of your first week. Sorry.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay. So we could either maybe inquire about extending it if we need to, or I don't know, but
yeah, we can. Well, ask around, see how much it will cost for maybe a couple of weeks to rent a house.
Yeah.
And then,
yeah,
if it's too expensive, we can go to an inn.
we could do. But if we work out the cost that an inn would be, so if we could how much do we have to pay for inns, like a golden night or something?
But I mean, either way, even if a house is a bit more expensive, which I don't think it would be, because that doesn't make sense. Hotels are usually more expensive than houses. It's maybe a little bit more flexible to be able to have our own place, and also maybe not be as present and seen by too many people. You know, if we have to slip away silently, it's harder to slip away into an inn where there's a lot of people who may see us than into our own house.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, and plus we can store stuff there as well safely.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Finally hide my gold.
The worry I have is the size of the beds potentially, but we'll work on that.
We all have bedrolls, and I don't mind sleeping in a bed with any of you.
Well,
except for Aqua, he vomits on me regularly. I don't like that.
Did you vomit on Aqua once? No, you vomited on Scold once. Aqua's vomited.
Twice on me, I think.
Yeah,
you vomited on me once and then cleaned it up before I noticed.
See, all good.
We can all have our own rooms as well at this rate as well.
Yeah.
I think I prefer to sleep alone, considering the track record of people throwing up.
Only because they have drink. If we're in a house, there is no drink.
We can buy drinks.
Obviously, buy drink and food.
Yeah,
and
we're
stuff,
we're house party.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, I like that idea. Let's try that.
Okay, so
where's the nearest estate agent?
Look at the bench. Any benches around of any directions?
So as you've been sort of having this discussion, you've kind of been led back. You've gone down the switchback about 3 times at this point, so you're about 70 feet below where you started. There are I wouldn't say streets as much as just kind of alleys, essentially, with just like properly cobblestoned alleys that lead for maybe 20 to 30 feet in a direction to a building or two buildings that are kind of built on top of a section. You would know that you'd probably have to go and speak to someone at the city hall, like the central hub of the city, to inquire about renting property, because there's all sorts of formalities you'd have to go through. But there are signposts. Like, it's not completely devoid of civilization and logic, you know. Eventually, Skuld does come up with just manage to decipher which direction the signs are pointing in, and after a fair amount of climbing and heading up some steps and then back down others to make it to a different level, you do find your way to the city hall, which is this massive, like naturally hewn stone building. It's probably 50 by 70 feet what, like, just in terms of space, and is like easily 3 or 4 stories tall. It's huge, and people are coming in and out of it in doors that, again, much like the front gates of the city, are just stone that seem to be almost seamless when closed, and as they open, they kind of creak and groan very unhappily.
Imagining a revolving door made out of stone.
Almost. And as the doors do open and like sort of revolve, you can see that there's literally no seam as they line up quite nicely.
Certainly I forgot myself, but I can read and write Dwarfish as well, and that kind of stuff. I forgot about that.
Convenient.
Yeah.
Like you're able to kind of keep track as well of the comings and goings. It's all of the signs are accompanied by various runes, ones that you would know as fairly standard runes, like nothing special, but there's a kind of excitement or a slight feeling of superiority for being able to read and understand the Dwarfish runes as well as the Dwarfish language. All of which does lead you to the same building, which people are spewing in and out of quite frequently, as well as like there are many dwarves, and I mean many dwarves. Like 1 in every 3 dwarf is someone with a big pack on their back that have letters and parcels and all sorts. They're literally couriers, and they're kind of jogging along, and their packs bounce on their backs as they run, and so many of them are just running in and sort of waving to others as they pass. It's a very bustling city so far. As you enter, I presume you're entering.
Yeah. Now they're here. Just kind of walk away.
I would stay a little bit back though, just shove Skull to the front and be like, you talk, you make it's all you.
Okay. As you enter, there is like a huge cavernous room that extends the entire length of the building. Columns that vary from circles, just like smooth circles, cylinders, to engraved and ornately decorated, artfully decorated, and from either side there's just desks and waiting areas and seating, and everything seems to be very orderly. All the dwarves seem to know roughly where they're going. They go in queue in the right queue, and then once they get to the desk, they get sent to sit down in an area to be sent somewhere else. Behind each desk is a door, so we're talking sort of like 70 feet deep, and there's like pretty much every 10 feet there's a door with a desk in front of it. Once someone gets to the desk and makes their inquiries, the person at the desk or the dwarf at the desk gets up, goes through the door, does their thing, and comes out again. It's all very bureaucratic. You see that the first couple of tables either side, are based around late taxes and stuff. Very boring stuff. The lettings and property inquiries are much further down. But eventually, you come to a table that doesn't seem to have much of a queue, strangely.
Before we go in, I do prestidigitation on each and every one of you to make us look immaculately clean and smell nice. Just because, we've traveled for a while now and probably didn't have that much chance to wash and are quite dusty and dirty. So I just make sure we're looking very clean and presentable.
Yeah, you stink. Okay. You all approach the table. Skuld, I assume, entering first.
Yep.
Sat at the table is a female dwarf who has made her best efforts to comb her hair, but in the same vein as me, when she's tried to comb her hair, it's just kind of fluffed out, so she's got just like an almost semicircle fan of hair that's like almost parallel to the top of her head, coming out really far, and then it just comes down, and her head just seems tiny in comparison. She looks up at you. Good morning. What can I do for you?
Good morning. I would like to inquire about renting a house.
Oh, renting. Oh, lovely. Any particular house you are looking for?
Nowhere in particular, but somewhere not too far away from the center, but also at the same time not smack dab in the middle.
Ah, I see. Well, we have some houses that might prove satisfactorily to your needs. What kind of budget are we looking at?
Well, it's a good question, to be honest. I was hoping you could provide a figure and of roughly how much it would cost around these parts, and then we can determine roughly what we have available.
Well, the prices do vary depending on quality requested. If you wish for extravagant big house, you are talking 500 to 600 gold a week. If you are thinking small house, then maybe 3 gold a week. However, if you are harboring non-natives, then we do require a deposit fee of 30 gold per native.
I see.
And you would be the person responsible for them.
I am well aware of that. Yeah, I think somewhere along the lines of maybe.
Skuld hears in his head. Ask for 4 bedrooms.
Yeah, a 4-bedroom house to house these foreigners. Would be nice.
Wow.
Okay. Well, We have a very exotic house with a small courtyard in the middle and a little pool with fish. Very radical design, but very pleasant it is. 4 bedrooms, 2 of which have double beds. One has 2 single beds and one has 1 single bed. That would put you back about 100 gold
A week.
a week. We have one far more extravagant, plenty of places to meet. A nice place to relax, a big hall for food if you are entertaining. It does have steam room and saunas, but the rooms are considerably smaller for sleeping anyway. That one is also 100 gold per week.
I think probably something a bit cheaper.
Oh, cheaper, well. You
Probably
will not,
around.
you will not
20.
get... She kind of pauses. 20.
Vic really realizes how cheap everyone is in his group. In this instance.
I am afraid 20 gold a week would only get you a room in the Guild Hall of Adventurers, which you seem to be yourselves. But that would be 5 gold per room for each of you.
I think the house for 100 is fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
we got
are
200
willing?
gold for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
50 gold each.
Yeah.
Aqua would say he prefers the one that has the pool with the fish in.
I mean, did that still have 4 rooms for each of us?
Mm-hmm.
That's the first one, had bigger rooms as well.
The first one had bigger rooms but no additional meeting spaces, and the second one had smaller rooms but additional meeting spaces and sauna and a pool and stuff like that.
The first
Same
house
price.
did. The first house he did have, or does have, meeting rooms, but they are smaller and less vast, but perhaps more to your style. There are also places to hold hauling animals if that is your desire, although it is a bit redundant in the city. There is a small kitchen for preparing food, and there is plenty of space for contemplation and meditation. There is also a bathing room if that is your desire. Of course, a complimentary forge for all of your crafting needs.
What about the second house? Did that have any of that?
Please let me find it again. She kind of flicks through this book like frantically. And, well, this room, while having smaller bedrooms, does have vast meeting spaces with big open plan fire, and also 6 additional meeting rooms, each with table and seating arrangements.
Why do we meet? We don't need 6 meeting rooms, but I want to have the pond for Aqua.
The pond for Aqua would be in the first house that I described to you previously.
Okay.
Clearly, she
turns
turns to you, Scold. Clearly, your non-native friends are not good for listening, no?
I think they find it hard to understand sometimes.
Yes,
I
In Dwarvish, like, not all of us.
A native speaker. Impressive.
It's a beautiful language.
Indeed, indeed.
I roll my eyes.
Yeah, I mean, let's take the first house. 50 gold per person for 2 weeks is not too bad.
Okay.
Plus the 30 gold for each of us, so 90 gold deposit is fine as well.
Okay, that sounds good. We'll go for the first house.
Very well. It is just on the south side of the city, next to the walls. It is a very accessible location for traveling in and out of the city if you wish, but also excellent views of the city from within. She kind of hands you a very basic map from the south gate of the city, basically, to a few ups and downs to a space where this house is located. hands you a key, and then holds out her hands for the deposit and payment.
I take out 80 gold and I hand it over.
Yeah, same.
Very well.
Actually, my mine's gonna be 8 platinum though.
She takes the money. The first week is paid for upfront, so you do not need to worry. We will be, if you wish to extend your stay, you may visit us again, or we shall visit you at the end of the week.
Oh, this week we pay in 2 weeks then, aren't we? If we pay 80 each, or 50 for Scold and 80 for us, we'll be paying 2 weeks.
Yeah, I would prefer to straight away pay 2 weeks so we don't have a hassle to.
That's me misunderstanding the maths. My apologies.
Okay.
But yeah, you paid for 2 weeks, so they'll be on your back after 2 weeks, basically.
Okay.
But no drama.
Aqua, make sure you remove the gold from your inventory.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how much was it again.
80.
Okay.
Pat on chestnut.
We can get 30 back though if we don't break the place.
Yeah, that is the 30 of it is just a deposit. So you do have that, kind of to come back if you behave,
Us will make the 50 back, Aqua. Don't worry about it. I'm sure we'll find
You
somewhere.
see Aqua shake as he hands over that gold.
His hands literally just shaking. It's almost comical how badly it's shaking.
Can I ask the person we didn't ask the name of? I don't think.
No.
Can I ask her how much would like one of these houses cost to buy? For obviously, for a dwarven person to buy, how much would these normally cost?
Oh, well, if you do wish to purchase this house, that is perfectly acceptable. It would be a list price of about 7,000 gold, I believe. But it also comes with guarantees of maintenance from the city, and also extra storage space if you wish to renovate or redecorate.
Interesting.
There are benefits to taking up residence in the city.
Would we be allowed to as foreigners?
Oh no, you three would not be allowed to buy any property in the city unless you had special permission. However, your friend would be able to purchase and have things in his name, at least until you proved trustworthy.
Of course. This is me out of game, just thinking, not out of game, but like thinking that we could, like in a future, buy a place like this, rent it out, because that would be like 5,200 back in a year. So we don't in like a year, in like a couple of months, we'd make back the 7,000, and then make profit for the rest.
Are we getting into the property market?
Hey man,
Think about these things.
property moguls make bank. There's a reason people do it so much.
I know. We can think about it. If we have a residence for ourselves, though, I would prefer to have it maybe not on Khir-Doral. Not.
Yeah, I don't want to live here, apparently. We're not really seen in the nicest of light here.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Maybe get a free house from Jambari when we do such a good job, but probably not. We'll find out.
Think about it.
Are you guys heading straight there, or are you gonna detour across elsewhere before you go?
We've got a key from her and everything, I'm guessing.
Yeah, you've got ways to access, and you have. She gives you over a bunch of slips that you should make Scold sign for. She has to see the paperwork to prove that you are in fact licensed to be here. She makes the three of you sign waivers along with your deposit. That if any damage is caused, it would be on you, and you would have to pay for the repairs. And she kind of folds them all neatly into a pack that she then hands to Scold, as proof that you are indeed allowed to be there, and you're not just squatting.
Okay.
As she explains, she does explain squatting does happen occasionally. It's dealt with very favorably.
Okay, so we shouldn't do it ourselves. If anyone's squatting there, we should get someone else. Yes.
Hmm.
Okay.
But yeah, I think we should have a look around, get settled, and designate who's sitting where in terms of the rooms.
Yes, we need to find the local as well. I guess for you lot who prefer your drink. See if there's any buy a bottle of fire whiskey to celebrate the past, maybe.
Oh, in our first day here, there is a particularly well-established drinking establishment, I should say, and so we can go there.
Now that sounds like a plan.
Yeah, sounds good. Also, and as I look around at all of these ruins and stuff, I look at Vic. You know, those signs look a lot like the ones on your armor.
But the runes.
Oh yeah, those things. Yeah.
Yeah, runes. Lots of different types of runes.
Oh, okay.
Some,
Some big, some small, some square, some round.
some mean more than others. Some, yeah. Maybe we can find someone with some more information about it for me. Maybe I can pick up a new book. Maybe.
Yeah. I would also like to. I mean, Khir-Doral is really big, isn't it? You can find all sorts of people in here. I mean, maybe we can find someone who can help me out a little bit. Oh, I bet they have a library. I would like to go to a library.
You're probably not the best person to go into a library now.
Yeah. Should we take a bucket of water with us, shall we?
Just
Well, we
me in a bucket.
just
Exactly.
flick water everywhere just to keep it a little bit too damp to set fire to.
It's fine. I'm not planning to set fire to a library. I just want to see if I can find any information about
How
things.
about on the way to our new abode, we look out for library, although Skull might know anyway, or any bookshop. I'd like to stop in bookshops maybe, because I think I'd rather buy than borrow.
Mhm.
If I could find books from anything.
Okay. So yeah, navigating the city is a challenge, almost by design. With two people able to read Dwarfish for signages and stuff, there's an immediate advantage. Along the way towards your rented accommodation, there are a number of smaller shops, of which you could quite easily find some books if you wanted to. You see a few kind of seedy looking taverns that look very, unfriendly. A few general stores. There's an abundance of things. There is a library pretty much next to. There's like the city hall is in a kind of city square type thing, of which there's the city hall, obviously, a fairly big library, and also there's a few of the more impressive taverns and drinking establishments available. All of which are signposted quite clearly in the middle of the square, almost like a piazza. There's a signpost with dozens and dozens of directional signs, each off in different directions, indicating places and points of interest.
Okay. And this is on the way to going to our house.
That was the last bit was before you really left. It was the same square you were in from the city hall. This sort of general stores and seedier taverns were on the way.
I think there was a bookstore on the way as well.
There was, yes.
I'd like to. Guys, do you mind if I quickly pop into this bookstore? Anyone else can come in, obviously,
Yeah,
Okay.
I would like to go in as well.
The the bookshop is nothing huge. It's basically just a kind of one-story shop that sorry, the sign on above the door is Bjorn's Books. Nice and simple, but when you walk inside, the aesthetic and the atmosphere changes completely. Instead of it just being like a very stone, boring building, inside there's carpet, very thick, soft to walk on, and a sort of navy blue color, which is quite special. The walls are lined with a sort of velvet curtains that manage to overcome the feeling of cold stone and make the atmosphere kind of warm and inviting. And on the ceiling there is just there's one big chandelier kind of surrounded by candles that are just in little candle holders sort of hanging from the ceiling, all of which are lit, giving it a very kind of comfortable ambience. Instead of shelves along the walls, there are tables on the inside, on sort of in the middle of the room, displaying probably about 10 or 12 books each, all of which neatly displayed. All of which also, Scald and Vic notice, are all written in Dwarfish.
Okay, that's fine with me.
All of them. Are
All of them.
books written-
All of them.
There's probably a dirty bin section for anything that's not written in Dwarvish. But okay, so while we're here, we need to look out for. Well, I want to specifically look for room books, but should we look at anything that pertains to beanbags and
Oh, good idea. I was
Oh,
just looking for a
volcano.
pirate book that I could read to Aqua, but I can't read any of these, so that's.
Aqua's an adult?
He can't read though. I wanted to read him some stories.
By the way, Aqua has
No.
wandered off to look for picture books.
He can't
Oh.
read. He said that several times. That's
Okay.
why, yeah. But I can't read any of these books, so it's fine.
Well, we can maybe find something from. Okay, I'd like to mainly look out for books which like runes and stuff, but I guess if I notice anything dragons or volcano, flame dwelling related, and bare minimum, maybe a pirate something as well. But that'd be my order of priorities. I don't know what everyone else is looking for.
So you're looking for runes, dragons, pirates.
And then if you
No. Well, I would look for pirates, but I can't read the stories in the book, so.
So it would, if you're going to read a book to Aqua, it's kind of like dancing man, crouching man, jumping man.
No.
Man.
I'll find something else later. I'll find something else later.
Make an investigation check, Scald and Vic. Jesus, I'm really struggling for words today.
I know that feeling. Hey, look at that. Wow.
All right. Okay. Good start. Good start. So, Vic, you do see one book that's written in Dwarfish, but basically is translated into, not necessarily translated into runes, but it has runes that accommodate what is being said. And it's mostly about runes that aren't often used. It's something you haven't read before, and there are runes in there that you've never seen before. It seems to be a fairly recent print, almost like new, but a new copy, if that makes sense. That's what I mean. So you know, it's almost
Um,
like the proprietor of this establishment, who currently isn't on the shop floor, is able to copy books to mass produce and sell.
Okay, I'll pick that up.
Okay. As you pick it up, you see underneath, kind of, there's a little note kind of added to the table underneath that just reads, "The wonders of runes and their uses in all sorts. No author. 12 gold."
Okay.
As you're kind of browsing, Gold, you find books on the legendary dwarven Dragon Slayer knights, who are basically responsible single-handedly for elevating that order to the heights it reached. There's a couple of books along that vein that are basically just, hey, dwarves are awesome, humans are a bit stinky. And then there's others on the history, if not necessarily like the history of Envelium and its kind of uses and practicalities around dwarven society. A lot of dwarven pat on the backs, some of which you would know are a bit self-indulgent, perhaps a bit expanded upon. But most of what they say is true. It's just been embellished slightly. And that's kind of all you find, all of which are priced in and around 5 or 6 gold.
Yeah, I would say that I probably know most of what that book has to offer.
I mean, yeah, just flicking through, it does seem to be stuff that you were taught at a fairly young age.
Yeah.
As you're both flicking through, Vic with your new rune book and Skold with your kind of already known knowledge, very, very soft footsteps approach from behind the counter, which is just in the far left hand back corner. You hear them approach, and then the top of the head of a dwarf that has one side of their head shaved and the other kind of draped long down their face, looking equal parts grungy but also kind of well groomed and a bit fabulous. And the side of their face that is like shaved bald is like heavily make-upped, so that there's like eye makeup and that kind of goes from the eyes around the side of their face over their ears, and then just it looks very extra. And then they turn and you can see that the other side's kind of less made up, more plain and blank. They look at you. Hello. Marvelous to see you. Welcome to Beyond's Books. I'm Bjorn.
Well, nice to meet you. We were just perusing for, something that could help us on our travels.
Ah, fascinating. Anything of interest to you so far?
So far, I've had a look, but there's only a few things that I've already read, but I'll keep looking.
You do look particularly well educated, I must say.
Well, it comes with the territory, if you will.
Of course, of course. And it seems your rather tall and dashing friend is interested in runes. Fascinating subject, I must say.
Dashing. I'm speaking Dwarvish to this lady, I think.
Ah, connoisseur of language. Fascinating.
Yeah, I mean, do you have anything else? Sort of, I found everything room related. You have anything in the back or secreted away?
Currently, no, but I have avenues of inquiry if that's what you would like me to do. It'll cost you, of course.
What, for the inquiry or for the book if you find one?
Well, a bit of payment for the effort made seems fair to me. However, perfectly fair and reasonable.
Well, if you how about if you find something, then obviously I will give you a finder's fee on top of that.
I like your armor.
Yes,
Mm,
part of the dashing appeal, I no doubt.
of course, of course. Well, I think I know what you want, why you're interested in runes.
You do?
Well, I can see your armor is absolutely covered in them, and, well, I must say, very impressive.
Well, I didn't make it myself, but you know.
Well, no, I can
Accurate.
see that there is great age to your armor. That doesn't make it any less good, though, or interesting to look at. Blimey. I'm sure I could procure something that would suit your needs.
Gold, do you have the details of where we're staying? Because if we give you our address, is that okay? If you could drop a book by, maybe, or should I just come back to the store?
Any book? Or just runic book?
For me, runic book. Is there anything else we'd want though? That this bit will be in common.
Was anything of particular interest regarding the legend of Ysoa?
So, the plot thickens. Well, I'm sure I can indulge. I'll have a dig around and ask some questions.
Thank you.
And I'll pop round when I find something. Are you going to be in? Or should I leave them at the door?
I don't know. We're going to probably be exploring the town a little bit. Maybe we should return here. Maybe that would be the best. And then it doesn't put you out at all either.
That's very thoughtful. Very thoughtful. I am here most days.
Okay.
Well, every day. Most nights. It's lonely.
Maybe we'll have you round for dinner.
That would be lovely. Very thoughtful of you.
We've only just rented the property, so there's no food, but we'll find. We'll get some, and maybe
I look forward to
we'll
it.
arrange something.
I'll see you tonight. Nightfall, shall we say? Wonderful. I'll see you then.
So we're going shopping.
Yep.
Sure. Okay.
Yes, you are. You're going shopping.
Right. I'll tell you what. Then in that case, do you know a good place we can? Where's the best place to buy like some fresh produce?
Fresh produce. My.
If you have a master chef over here, and I'll point to Scold.
It's
Kind of,
modest.
there's a raised eyebrow. Is you know, they look at you, just kind of interested. Very well. Well, if you're new to the city, I would advise you to just have a look around. I'm sure you'll find something to your needs. I'm not very fussy when it comes to food.
Okay.
Go a bit wild. I look forward to it.
Not a vegetarian, though, are we?
Of course not, no.
Okay, just checking, because that would be vital to know before hosting.
Yes, I could see how that would cause a problem or two, yes. Like a very humorless laugh. Slightly unsettling, like there's no kind of acknowledgement of humor in the face. It's just like, it's almost like a cackle or a sound that just emanates.
How much was this book, this one here that I'm holding, sorry?
Oh, well. For you, I'll say 6 gold.
Ah, the local treatment. Lovely. I think it said 12, didn't it? So I'm assuming that's okay. Good thing. I'll hand over 6 gold.
Marvelous. I'll see you tonight.
Yes.
Okay.
You will.
Can be slowly walking out.
Yeah, I think that's everything, guys. Yes.
That entire conversation was in Dwarvish, right?
Yeah, basically. Except for
Okay,
when like
I asked if you want any more books, or I don't know what she might have said in comment.
there was no comment from the dwarf.
Cool. So I'm going to wave, nod, and take my book, and I'll be reading that. Probably not tonight now, unfortunately, but maybe tomorrow.
On the way to our house, have we passed a sort of magic store where I could pick up some spell scrolls?
You haven't seen anything of the sort so far.
Okay.
Yeah, like throughout the city, even when you entered on the north side, coming like through all the levels to the center of the city, to the city hall, there were no magic shops or any kind of magic retailers. The closest thing you've got to magic since you arrived is the rune book, or the Book of Runes.
Okay. I don't want to ask her, so I'll just keep an eye out whether I see anything.
Okay. Okay.
Bjorn was born female, male.
It's difficult to tell.
Neither.
Okay. They.
Did Aqua find a picture book he is enjoying?
Make an investigation check. You found a book that is, it's got words in it, you think. And then it's got plenty of little pictures, but they're not very interesting. The pictures just seem to follow the lines of the words. Kind of similar to Vic's book. And then Vic comes along and picks it up and buys it. It's just a book of runes. Until the uninitiated, they look like pictures.
I am none the wiser.
Absolutely no idea. It's very much a case of pick it up, flick through. Yeah, it's boring. Put it down, and then Vic's like, "Ooh, runes."
If you find anything you like, maybe me or Skull can translate it for you. Although you still can't read.
So yeah.
As I said, I'll read it to him.
Okay, translate it for now to read to you.
Why can I imagine it being just like one of those literal translations from Chinese or something, and it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, we'll definitely mess with you if we translate it.
It's like I went in English. It would be I went to the shoe shop today, and in runes it's like I have shoe.
true place of shopping.
Yes. Okay, so are you gonna head back towards your newly acquired residence, or a bit more shopping along the way?
I suppose we better get some food then for our
Yes,
evening
yes.
guest.
Any kind of like general food store, butchers, or anything?
Okay,
We've got spices already, guys.
you've already
We
got the
do.
spices.
That's
And
good.
I still keep my eyes open for a shop with magic items. Not necessarily just spell scrolls, any sort of magic stuff.
Oh, and a shop would be like a cheese shop or something as well, you know.
Ooh, cheese and biscuits.
Mm.
But okay.
I had to bring up
Mm.
cheese again because you know I might be upset.
Yeah.
I know.
Wanna eat it
Imagine,
all again?
imagine eating all the cheese, guys.
I didn't though.
You did, 100% did. There are a few less savory looking butchers, and by less savory I mean they're literally just like market stalls, placed on little platforms as coming up and down steps and into little plazas that have houses and almost the equivalent of tenement blocks that are sort of huge, just blocks of stone that have essentially little cubby holes dug out of them, where dwarves do kind of like families of dwarves do reside. So like there's these little butcher stands that just have proper full carcasses of meat that have maybe been carcasses for a day too long. There is towards not far from where your new house is, there are there is a bigger square with more reputable looking food outlets where you're able to pick up nice sliced meat that's been somewhat refrigerated and looked after.
Pre-slicing your meat. Jeez. what
I
is this?
know, and they're healthy portions as well. Like, we're not
All
talking
chunky
wafer
bread.
thin, we're talking chunky slices. It's essentially a slab,
Chunk of gammon.
a proper chunk of gammon. Like, instead of it's like it'll be sort of maybe 3 or 4 inches thick, and sort of they don't slice little dainty pieces. They slice, like, if you've got a whole sort of carcass of beef, they're slicing down the whole body. It's considerable. Dwarves, man. I mean, so you're able to procure some fairly nice, well looked after, refrigerated meat for 7 silver, if Skold's negotiating.
Yeah, of course.
It's 2 gold if anyone else is.
Wow.
And
Himself.
yeah,
He knows what he's cooking. Obviously, he's the master chef. He knows exactly what he wants to make
of course.
and then buy.
There's also many fruit and veg stands, little shops with various different groceries. It's the equivalent of getting milk and bread every day. And you can get accompaniments to your big slabs of meat for another sort of 5 silver. Enough to last you a few days, but at least.
Guess all we need then is like maybe some bread, some.
Some accompanying.
Bread would be included in that.
Okay. We still need cheeses and maybe, I don't know, obviously drinks of some kind other than water.
Water?
Yeah.
Other than water, like so.
I was going to say
wine.
water. What?
Only
I
the
can
best.
provide us with plenty of water.
Ooh, do I want your water though? That sounds wrong.
Yeah, you get wine. Nice wine.
Dwarven wine?
Meat?
We got the meat.
The dwarven wine's available.
No, the meat to drink.
Oh, mead. I thought you said meat. Mead.
What? That's just because she's German. Curious. Doesn't mean she's saying meat instead of meat.
It just sounded like it.
It did, but it's fine. So, like there's a few wines on the strong side, like these are hefty wines. And there's various ales, various meads, a few whiskies. It's all very alcoholic.
Well, yeah, I'm no connoisseur, but what would go well with the selection of meat that we've acquired?
Um, the what is essentially an off license, the proprietor of the establishment just kind of shrugs and says, and just points at a rack that just has hundreds and hundreds of different ales and meads in it. Like there's no specificity about what he's pointing to. It's just that one.
Let's get the one with the strangest name. They're usually like quite quirky and.
Yeah, well, I'm not making that up, so you can just pick one.
All right. Is there anything we can roll to pick like a random one?
Roll a D100 for me.
A D100, jeez.
Yep. I know, right? We're getting fancy up here.
Watch out, you might get fireball.
81. It's
Um,
a strong number.
let's just type into Google ales. You get something called real ale.
Well, that helps.
It's just a huge barrel, like we're talking chunky barrel as well. They don't do things in halves. They have like little tester examples on the shelf. That as you put the glass back down, just refills, almost like the shot glass plunger things. And you, as like if you go to test one, you're just like, oh, let's test this one. Chug. It hits you sufficiently hard. And then you're like, oh yeah, I'll take that one, thinking you'll get a bottle or something. Nope, a huge keg.
Well, good value for money.
2 gold.
2 weeks.
2 gold. Okay.
Mhm.
So that's what, 3 gold and 2 silver so far.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm paying for it, by the way, so you don't have to subtract it from your
Okay.
copious amounts.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, so let me just tally all that up.
Who's carrying the alcohol back?
Not you.
I'll carry
I
it.
was
Yes.
definitely going to suggest I carry it back, but okay, I've been denied already.
I mean, we'll take our time. I'll just be careful with it.
It's heavy.
I mean, me and Skull can both carry it if need be.
Debbie, Aqua can lighten it. He knows ways.
Yes, I'm sure you do.
You guys can carry the meat and the bread and cheese and whatever else we got. Veg.
Be careful with Nell with the cheese.
Oh yeah, I'll go to take the cheese from from Skull to give to Nell, and then just give it to Aqua.
I didn't eat my cheese.
You did.
You ate our cheese.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
I bought the cheese.
And then he proceeded to eat it all.
I wanted to.
I'll leave her alone. I won't wind her up anymore.
Okay. Laden with plenty of food to last you a few days and enough alcohol to probably, quench a small army. You find your way to your new abode. It's a 1-story building, encased in what's essentially just a security wall that like flagstones with vines, growing all over it, with a sort of metal gate that you can see through. It looks very quaint as you unlock the gate and step through. to arrive to your new dwelling.
Very nice. Should we have a quick look around and then who's calling dibs on what bedroom?
Well, I need to find somewhere to put this keg first.
Yep.
I'm gonna guess down this way. Don't know why. Is that a door there? Confused. That's a window.
Yep.
I have gone to look at the pond.
The game is currently paused, according to me.
Oh, I can move.
Not for me.
God damn it, Rob. God damn it, Rob. What about now?
Stuck in stasis. That is much better.
Well,
You
the
are-
bedroom's down where I am.
You are Dave Lister.
This is such a cool house.
Oh, it's a little hot tub.
I
Potential. A bath,
But-
at least.
The one aesthetic that I wouldn't expect to see in a dwarven city would be Japanese.
I know, right?
But, you know, I have to
Hey.
It's so
appreciate
cheap.
the
They-
diversity.
They accept all cultures, they just don't like them.
More bears up there. Where's the kitchen? Anyone's in the kitchen yet?
Yeah, the kitchen is up top left.
Okay.
It's like dormitories. I can't get out of this house again. What the fuck? Okay, there we go.
Okay. I finally dropped the keg down in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Or placed it. I'll say place it just in case.
Yeah.
Found the toilet.
Here's two of the beds.
Yes.
And then here's another two.
I'm gonna probably take a double up here because it's near the entrance. I don't know.
Okay, I'm taking this double.
Wow.
Well, you know, I go and pay for the house. And...
Do something weird. You know, I said like I got 95 hit points, and then there's like, oh no, wait, because that's 105 because it's the 10 temporary as well. Okay, never mind. I thought it got even worse.
As you're kind of exploring, Aqua, you look in the pond and it's a koi fish pond. There are koi in there, just kind of bobbing around, just going. It's very relaxing. The water is clear and crisp.
I want to drink some of it.
It's very cold. It's fresh
Nice.
water. Tastes a bit icky.
Quite a confined amount of water with fish in it. Would you normally drink that?
Tastes oddly like sulfur.
Okay.
What time is it by now?
It is late afternoon, early evening at this point.
God, we better get cooking.
Yep. All right, to the kitchen.
Do you need any assistance?
It would be nice to have a bit of help.
Okay, I'm gonna give about 20% of my attention to that, and the rest to reading my book because I'm helping.
Okay. You start reading through your book. The beginning, sort of 2 or 3 chapters, which is all you manage to get through while the cooking's happening, are just a slightly more detailed look or sort of explanation of what runes are, where they kind of originated, or at least according to this writer, and what they were used for. It's fairly rudimentary. You knew most of it anyway, or at least knew most of the theories anyway. It's all of it does have accompanying runes though, so you're able to read it in Dwarfish and Runic. There are a few runes you don't recognize, and if you look through like the glossary of kind of what to expect, there's some pretty interesting looking chapters ahead. It's hard to concentrate because Skold is sort of throwing spices into food and it's starting to burn the eyes slightly. Why? Yathina?
She's literally casting invisibility and she's standing in the door of the kitchen, or she's standing in the corner of the kitchen somewhere.
Aren't you?
And just
Did they-
seeing what they talk about when she isn't there.
Mm.
I'm not really paying any attention to that, so I won't even try to make a passive roll or anything. I'm concentrating on my book and be like, yes, yeah, here's the spy, here's some salt. There you go. Yeah, crack on.
Yeah, I'm cutting some onions with one hand and stuff like that.
While invisible.
You doing stuff?
Slightly disconcerting.
No, not me, Vic.
Oh. I was like, you can't do that while you're invisible.
It's a haunted kitchen.
Okay. Because there's no like time pressure or constraints on anything, the food cooks nicely. Everything comes out nicely. Vic honestly is more of a hindrance than a help.
Mm-hmm.
Ollie got us into this mess, so I thought I'd make him do something towards it.
Yeah, makes sense.
Hey, this might not be a mess. This might be a really good friend to have. They could be really weird and do something bad.
I mean, I was getting vibes. I'll say that.
What are you cooking? It's cold.
A stew of some description.
Great. If I have to suffer through thinking up food, so do you. What food are you cooking?
Well, it's going to be primarily meat stew with some bread. Did we get bread in the end?
Yeah.
You did?
You did. Okay, some nice hearty bread. It's quite simple, but it's because we're still getting used to the environment. We don't want to make something dramatic in the kitchen and burn it down in our first sitting. So relatively simple, and and then just accompanied by the mead that I had expertly picked out.
How long does your cooking take?
Takes a bit of time because it's more of a slow cook.
More than an hour?
Yeah.
Okay, so after about an hour, having lost track of time, Nell appears in the corner. Out of the blue.
I don't notice because I'm too busy checking on all the cooking.
And I'm reading my book, so neither of us notice.
Which is great. So she just crosses her arms and continues watching you, not noticing that she popped up visible.
It's such a comedy of errors. Like Skuld's so engrossed in cooking, and Vic's so engrossed in reading that Nell's subterfuge and espionage goes completely unnoticed.
Yeah,
and then
and they're not talking either, so I don't actually get any information.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like a triple header of failure in this case. And then even when Nell's espionage fails because she's technically visible again, she doesn't even notice. So it's like just a four-way failure.
Yep.
Too busy.
Can we melt some cheese so we can dip some bread into it for as like a dessert or a starter? I don't know. I'm not that.
Yeah, I suppose we could do something with the cheese, and we haven't done anything with it at the moment. It might be best just to have it sliced as a sort of a side thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Melting cheese can go two ways. It can either go nice or it can turn into a puddle of oil.
Okay, maybe slice it. Also, we should probably get Nell to or someone. Nell! I'm just going to shout for Nell. I know she's there, but I don't know she's there.
She looks down at herself, notices that she's with one. Like, yeah, hi.
Oh, did you come in for that? I didn't hear that. I don't know what time our guest is going to be coming, but do you fancy getting a dining? Have we got a dining table somewhere?
We do.
I think it's downstairs.
By the bedrooms.
Down here somewhere. There's only 4.
Yeah.
Get another chair. Wait. Yeah, can you get another chair over there as well and
sure.
get some cutlery ready? And...
do we have all of that in the kitchen? Is everything provided?
It's a furnished accommodation.
Then I'll get cutlery. I'll get plates, and I try and find another chair.
You saw one in the bedroom over here. There's like 2 stools over there.
Then I'll pick up one from there and go down here to set the table.
Okay.
And get it ready.
Okay.
I was imagining Nell struggling over the bridge with the pond looming, trying to carry everything.
It's tempting, but
Nah.
Should be careful, I think.
I wouldn't want to
Should
disturb the koi fish, you know.
play it.
First day and we're already throwing furniture in the pond.
Like disturbing the fish, potentially damaging the fish. Might
Stabbing the
might
fish,
upset
the people.
Aqua.
He is very mesmerized by the pond at the moment while all this is going on.
Still.
Yeah.
Just been staring at the pond for an hour.
He
Nell
hasn't
is,
seen water in so long.
that's true. Nell is like hustling and bustling about and just walking to and fro from different places, and then she notices Aqua and she just sends him a message and is that, "Are you okay? You haven't moved for like an hour."
I am at peace.
Okay, that's good to know.
While all that was happening, Aqua died.
I had a mini stroke.
Aqua fell in love with a fish.
That's it.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, Aqua, roll a charisma check. Aqua, roll a charisma
Wait,
check.
you really want me to roll?
I was just like,
Making friends.
oh, feels bad, man. You sat there and like, there's a moment where one of the fish kind of looks back at you, and then turns away and swims to the bottom of the pond. Just out of view.
I'm not heartbroken. No.
Right. I mean, I think I've helped. Have I helped enough? I mean, you good?
Sure.
Yeah. Cool. Just gonna wander around the house looking for things I haven't seen yet. Proud of myself for helping cooking as well.
Okay.
Okay. You finish cooking. You take everything into the dining room, ready to settle down to eat. 20 minutes pass. 30 minutes pass. An hour passes. No Bjorn.
Oh,
An hour and a half passes. No Bjorn.
Well, Vic, I think your date stood you up.
date? No. New friend. Information. Should we just heat this up and eat, or eat cold? I don't know.
Yeah,
I can heat it up. We don't need to go back to the stove.
Oh god.
Oh, here we go.
Do we wait a bit longer? I don't know. Or... They did say early evening. We did.
Now, I was busy looking at what I think were books. Did anyone give her the address?
We did, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, I asked Gold to point out if we were going to go that way. Maybe they've forgotten. Maybe they got busy. I'll go at the front just to check to make sure they haven't like left a note or something. Like maybe they bottled it or something. I don't know.
Yeah, have a quick look outside, see if anything's
I'm going to start eating my food.
correct.
So I'm gonna see if there's anything left. If not, any like evidence of anyone else walking around here, like footprints or something.
Okay. You have a look outside the front gate. There's no sign of Bjorn, anywhere? No note, no footsteps, no footprints. Doesn't seem to be any indication of, an attempt to make contact.
Okay, well, we tried.
An
I
attempt
wonder
was
back.
made.
Yeah, like no evidence of anything, guys. We should. I'll tell you what. Why don't we just save a portion just in case they turn up? We can heat it up for them.
Sure.
I love how invested you are in making sure that Bjorn has food just in case.
Aqua turns to Vic and goes, "Don't worry, there's more fish in the pond."
What do you mean more fish? Did you throw a fish in Ashley?
I'm leaving it at that.
Supposed to gut them first,
Oh dear. That's where you're going wrong, Vic, I think. But anyway, yes, let's eat our food and we'll save some aside, and if he doesn't turn up, then we can always have it in the morning as well. It was like quite a lot of stew that we made. It was kind of like one of those big pots.
Yes. You've got plenty of stew left. As well as plenty of leftovers. I mean, you're not going to go wanting. Dear, that just really tickled me. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you settle down. You eat your portions, leaving a portion just in case Vic's state doesn't stand him up. The sun starts setting, and then does set. The whole city during the night gets illuminated in the distance by the volcano's glow. Throughout the day, you've been feeling little tremors throughout the city. But as the day settles into night, the tremors seem to increase slightly, and the smoke pluming from the mountain range in general is just increasing.
Very concerning.
Yeah, I've been feeling them all the way here.
I think, yeah, we had quite a long journey, so I think I would be too out of it to notice.
Have the tremors always been like that, or have they been increasing recently? I'm asking Skold this, like, the last time we've been here, have there been tremors too?
Well, they did say that the tremors were getting worse recently, and last time I came, well, last time I was here, before we set off on our many journeys, you had the odd tremor, but it wasn't anything major.
Interesting. Skold, Vic, can I ask you for a favor before we go to bed? I want to try something potentially maybe dangerous.
Oh dear.
We just got this place.
We can do it outside. I shouldn't set anything on fire, I think.
Right.
Do we need to?
Yes,
Why don't
we
wait
need
see
to.
a professional first. We're going to go.
I need both of you.
Okay.
Out in the pond.
I was going to say, go stand in the pond. You'll be fine.
Not next to the pond.
I'll be fine. I'll be fine. We can do it if you want to by the pond. We can do it outside, a little bit further away from the house. I don't mind.
Yeah, maybe.
We'll stay inside the courtyard area. It's not drawing any unnecessary attention.
That might be a good idea, actually. Okay then. mean, it's
Scold,
just-
do you have any sort of magic or spell that can protect people?
I believe I do. Yes. I used it on you once. So let's have a
Can
look.
you? Is there a chance you can put that on me?
Hmm.
I don't know
Yeah,
how long does it last?
it only lasts about 10 minutes.
That's fine. 10 minutes is plenty of time.
Okay. Well, I can give it a go. It will protect you from good and evil.
What about me and Vic?
You
No,
don't need
you two are too dangerous to be protected from.
Too neutral.
She's sitting down in the grass. She has left all of her equipment, including the whip, in her room, except for one dagger. She's holding one dagger in her hand.
Okay. Brave.
I have to be close to do this.
You'll see. You'll see. Okay.
I do
you
my thing.
I'll give you
You-
flanking.
You can you can step back. I promise I'm not trying to harm anyone. Not you guys anyway. Oh god. There's a trigger warning for anyone who's potentially watching for self-harm.
Oh, great. Well, way to lower the tone, Yathina.
Sorry.
Need a trigger warning for that trigger warning.
Yeah, probably. No, yeah, she's holding her dagger and she's looking at Vic. Vic, can you do me a favor? And can you... Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. Can you... She's holding the dagger in her left hand. Can you spell the name that you've seen in my diary?
What, out loud or
Yeah, just spell it. Don't say it, just spell it.
ERTU?
Oh, it's double R, but no.
Is
That's
it?
Yathina. Yeah.
Nell's like, actually, actually, it's double
I
R.
never read it, unfortunately. I did read it actually, didn't I?
That's Yathina speaking.
I
I think
wouldn't know,
Meglo misspelled it last time.
No,
Okay.
I didn't.
While he spells it, again trigger warning. I want to cut the letters into my right forearm.
Okay.
It'll just crumble up again like it does in your book. But
What did you say?
As you starting to do it, I guess I understand what she's trying to do. Would I?
Yeah, you'd have an idea.
I'd be like, but you've written it in your book and it's jumbled up for you.
But if I look at my forearm constantly, maybe it will remind me constantly.
Maybe you'll constantly have problems because you're always looking at it. I don't know.
I just want to try it. I want to know what's going on.
Okay, but if you have to cut your arm off because of this, then I'm not
It's
doing
just you don't have to cut it. It's just me.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Shit.
No, I was teetering on the 20.
You take the dagger in your left hand and your burned hand.
Yeah.
And as you kind of lift it to your arm and start carving the first line of the E, you feel some resistance. And then you feel the opposite of resistance. You feel force. And your left hand pierces the dagger through your arm. You take 5 points of piercing damage. And as the point of the dagger pierces through the other side of your arm, it doesn't come out as metal, it comes out as flame. And just erupts into flame out from the sort of top of your arm facing downwards into the ground. Just like scorching the earth. beneath you. Scold, it was probably wise taking a step back.
Yes.
The pain and shock from what you just did, more than you expected to experience, sends you into sort of writhing agony. And you just kind of fall to the ground and curl up slightly. The dagger still like firmly pierced through your lower arm.
Okay. Wouldn't like protection from good and evil wouldn't have done anything?
You don't know. Would you consider yourself... Well, don't you have to specify which?
Well, I
There's
would have specified evil.
protected
Considering.
against certain types of creatures, aberrations, celestials, elementals, fiends, fae, and dead. Those types of disadvantage on attack rolls. Attack rolls against the target might be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. If the target is already charmed or frightened or possessed by such creatures, the target has advantage on any new saving throw against the relevant effect. No. That happened.
Okay, as I'm curling on the ground, writhing in pain, I yell out, "What do you want from me?" Just so tired of this whole, not charade, but this whole not knowing what is going on and not having control over my own actions.
Scold, Aqua, and Vic. Make perception checks for me. Okay. Vic and Aqua. Behind Scold, kind of where this statue is, you see what looks to be an outline of a being, shapeless in form. No discernible features. Just, like what you would kind of expect of like the top half of a humanoid sort of outline appears floating 5 feet off the ground. Flames kind of billowing and flowing from the whole essence of the creature or the being. And as soon as the creature thing appears, Anel's eyes shoot up to it. The only person that hears anything is Nell. The three of you just experience nothing but almost dead silence. You are taking advantage of my power, Anellyia. This was not the agreement. You will come back into my sphere or face the consequences.
I try to rip out the dagger from my arm and throw it at the aberration.
All right, you you've ripped the dagger out from your arm. Well, actually, just do again, taking another 7 points of piercing damage. Well, slashing damage, I guess this time. And with your left arm, you throw the dagger. Make an attack roll.
With the dagger?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah. Roll your damage. It's gold. Make a dexterity saving throw, please.
This is not how it was supposed to go, guys. I promise.
What, Nell said nothing will go wrong and something went wrong?
Impossible.
No.
I just want to figure out what the fuck is going on.
You throw the dagger with your burned arm, and the pain of just ripping this dagger out of your arm, the flames that spew out from the now like directly through, like in and out wound, billowing out either side. You throw the dagger, and it just glances Skuld's cheek, just above the beard, right along the cheekbone. Take 5 points of piercing damage, sorry, and 4 points of fire damage. As
Can I have that too?
Yeah, you can. 2 points of fire damage, as the seething hot dagger just cuts along your cheek. And as you turn to follow it, and you see the creature, aberration, appearance, just floating there, watching, staring at Anellyia. That was unkind, Anellyia. What would your parents think?
I don't respond. I curl up again, holding my arm, trying to stop the bleeding.
The being's still there, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I've sucked that on as Skuld got hit.
Nice.
And I was going to
I'll
use.
stand disappointingly but protectively over Nell,
Okay.
looking at the thing.
You can see, if you're like staring intently, you can see what looks to be something like a mouth moving. But you hear no sound. It's making no sound. You can see the flames and you can feel the heat, but there's no sound. Nell, you hear, it would appear your friends are looking for a fight.
Leave them alone.
Maybe I should give them one. What do you think, Nell?
No.
No. Come back to me now.
She doesn't respond.
Aqua, make a strength saving throw.
Okay.
Okay. You feel yourself being... Oh dear. Uh-oh. There we go.
Boom.
You feel yourself being dragged by a force you cannot see. Away from your friends, backwards. Your back impacts with the fence behind you, and you're kind of thrown and you land just in the shallows of the pond. You are currently
What was
prone.
that?
Last chance, Anellyia. Shall we see what your friends can do? Skull, make a strength saving throw.
No!
Gold, you are also thrown backwards. This time, you are flung backwards directly through the creature. You are prone.
So everyone get thrown around, I'm gonna use a giant smite to go bigger, but I'll step
Nice.
off first.
Okay, nice. Last chance, Anellyia.
I stand up, still holding my arm. No, leave them alone. You just want me.
I do. But it'd be so much fun.
You need them. You need me.
Says who?
We all would be dead already if you didn't.
Perhaps.
I'm just
Perhaps not.
trying to remember. I'm trying to figure out what is going on. I am not good. I'm nothing to you if my brain is all jumbled up and I don't remember what to do, and if I'm a danger to my friends. You
You
want
don't
me.
need to remember. You just need to obey. That's all you need to do.
And how do you want me to do that?
We had such a good arrangement previously. Why should we ruin it now?
What was that arrangement? I don't know, because whatever you're doing is messing with my brain and my memories. I only now realize that whatever happened to my parents was hundreds of years ago.
And what a great few hundred years it was. Why did you have to ruin it by remembering?
What do you want from me?
Obedience. That's all. Just your obedience. Is that too much to ask?
Leave my friends alone and you'll have it.
Really?
Yes.
Promise?
Now, I don't know how that would affect things, but she does have a ring. I'm just saying. And she's replying with yes.
Okay. 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 Hmm. Hmm. Make a deception check, but use your wisdom modifier.
So
So it'd be 2 plus deception.
I'm confused. Wait, roll
So
deception?
roll a d20.
Yeah.
Add 2 for your wisdom, and then add whatever your deception modifier is. This is like a battle of wills.
Well, plus. Let me check what my deception is.
Okay. Wow. I'm glad we could come to an arrangement again. Shame about your friends. It is so entertaining watching them struggle. You sure you don't want to witness it one last time before you go? I have such great plans.
No.
No.
Leave them alone.
It's not what I wanted to hear, Anellyia. I need your obedience. I need to see that you aren't attached to these beings.
Without attachment, you're not getting what you want. You want the dragon egg, don't you? That's why I'm here.
Roll an insight check. With disadvantage because it is just a, outline of a being. Okay. There's a flicker, an ever so slight flicker in the form that's before you. You get the impression that the dragon egg is a curveball. An unexpected curveball in the conversation. Dragon egg. Do tell more.
Well, fuck. Okay. Not knowing whether I'm speaking out loud and whether my friends can hear me, I sent a message to the creature so that I'm not speaking out loud.
Okay.
And I'm giving him the bare bones information about the heart of the Soa being a dragon egg and has being stolen, and there being some sort of monster in the volcano. That's all I'm telling him, because it's essentially all that we know. Of course, we know a little bit more, but I'm withholding detailed information. I'm just giving him the bare bones.
Mm-hmm. That's what she's been doing. Makes sense now. Clever girl.
Oh.
Things are going to get interesting. Just you wait. I don't think you have the full story here, Anellyia. And I can't wait for everybody to find out what it is. You can stay, I think. I think it would be more interesting for you to find out for yourself. But first, a lesson for your insubordination and insolence is in order, I think. Make a strength saving throw now. No. Nice. You feel something try and shove you. And as the feeling takes you, you instinctually grab onto Vic, who is embiggened and a fairly sturdy, hefty, forced platform to grab hold of.
Before he says anything, I'm going to use command to tell him to stop. I am going to say, though, because that probably will have an impact, it's a warlock level, warlock spell.
Who are you telling to stop?
To slash the creature in front of me.
All right. Interesting. Please hold.
Like, the moment I feel the push, instinctively she would be like, stop. And without really wanting to cast command, she just does it because she's so emotional about it.
All right. All right. There's a saving throw, isn't it?
Yeah, 15.
Okay.
DC 15 wisdom saving throw.
Um. hmm. Okay. He succeeds. Don't be silly, Anellyia. You don't tell me what to do. You actually hear an inhale of breath. I think it's time that we stopped this little game. I think you should let me have my fun.
No. Leave us alone. And
Vic,
Hmm.
make
whatever
a
the
strength
fuck you
saving
want.
throw. I think you get advantage with Giant Smite, don't you?
I do. I mean, if it's been more than a minute and I felt myself shrink, I'd probably grow again. So
This has been happening very quickly. Like this whole encounter, you grew because you saw your friends be flung away. Oh yeah, you're fine. You also feel a shove, but you are so planted in the ground that you just, you barely kind of acknowledge the movement. I guess I'll just have to bring my friend to him.
Why are you doing this?
You hear a growl, Vic. Scold. You hear a swoosh. Aqua. You hear a groan.
I am at the points, because I'm prone, still pretending I'm asleep or dead. Just while this is all happening, because I want to see how it plays out.
Okay.
I'm
There's-
struggling to get back up.
There are
So when
thumping
we said we
footsteps.
wanted an ambush, we didn't actually mean it.
Some
Aqua.
ugly dudes.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Scold.
Ah,
Vic,
damn, son.
I get the big one, do I?
you get the big one.
We got vampire, zombie, gorilla. Great.
I need all of you to roll initiative for me, except for now.
Fuck.
Now, am I still down in this?
I haven't been rolling particularly good today.
You are still prone. This has happened in enough time that you could get up once you see the creature appear.
Okay.
Please may I?
You may. You may.
Yeah.
Amazing. Right. We'll be right back. We'll see what happens
Oh, yeah.
in this interesting turn of events.
You could have
Nothing
just
bad
let me,
will happen.
You could have just let me cut his name into my arm without any hassle.
You weren't doing very good there, were you? You stabbed straight through your arm. I think if you
I'll do
carried
that.
on, there wouldn't be much arm left.
Okay, I can toilet break. 1 sec.
But yeah, you said that nothing bad will happen. This probably defines as something bad happening.
Look, every time she's trying something, she doesn't actually want anything bad to happen. She just wants to figure out stuff. But every time I seem to roll in that one on the most important roll and just almost kill everyone. That's not the plan.
Intentions are only half the battle, you know. I don't intend anything bad to happen when I put my hand on the hob. It doesn't mean that it ain't gonna happen. Well, as long as we don't damage anything. Should be
You
fine.
have mending. You have mending. You have mending. So
I
you can just mend. Yeah, you can mend everything.
don't know how much mending I can do.
You can do a lot of mending as a cantrip.
This man repairs a single break or tear in an object you touch, such as a broken chain link, two halves of a broken key,
Yeah,
a torn
see?
cloak.
See, you just do it 10 times on one object. That's fine.
Leaving no trace. No larger than 1 foot in dimension.
That's fine. I have prestidigitation.
back.
Welcome back. I clean up all the dirt. That's fine. It's fine.
Right, I'm gonna get a drink now. Tag team.
Yeah, why? What's our plan?
I don't have a plan. I'm not even in this initiative. I just want to figure
We're
out
now-
what's going on and accidentally kill everyone in the process.
Well, we'll find out, won't we?
Yeah.
Is it quick? Measure it.
What's this thing called? Bargura. I think I've heard that name before. That
Where do you
doesn't
see
excite me.
where do you see the name?
In the
On the
combat
initiative.
tracker?
Oh yeah, okay. I'm not meant to tracker.
Skold has a shadow demon, and I have a
Diebook?
debunk.
Diebook or something?
It looks like a zombie.
If you have to, just knock me out. I don't know if that will do anything, but if you have to, just do it.
I'll be saving my actions for the big ape thing, I think.
Okay.
Well, I've just seen the gorilla.
I mean,
It's big.
is it even smart us fighting our own little guys, or should we team up on one, jumping around the others?
I think we should probably focus on our own ones to stop getting surrounded.
Yeah, I mean, I can try to hold up the big one, and hopefully it isn't too bad. But maybe you two can try to work on. Because I mean, obviously, Skull can tank one. I don't know if Aqua can, so maybe Aqua should try to help kill his one. I don't know.
We don't know how strong they are, what they can do. We'll have to see. Or you'll have to see because I'm not in this initiative.
Or you can just run. And
I think you're going to have a psychological battle against that creature more than anything.
Yeah, I think worst case scenario, you might have to be like, okay, and then maybe he'll call it off if things are going bad.
Maybe I can control them.
Doubt it. But
Sounds like a nat 20 play.
Yeah, I doubt it as well.
press F to doubt.
Press F to doubt. All right. Okay. Well, friends, I think that's the wrong button. Press that. And then we'll do that.
Ooh.
Let's begin the combat with something people can't see. Why can you not see?
I got rid of it already.
Yeah, you've already killed it. Easy peasy.
Yeah, that is weird that it's the only one you can't see.
Oh, I know why you can't see it. Oh, yeah. Aqua. This creature appears essentially out of nowhere. And it looks to be a humanoid corpse that is just rotted and decayed, but instead of giving off the usual kind of undead vibes that you would expect, this one has a different aura about it. It steps towards you, soundless, motionless, and then almost in the blink of an eye, just whips its arm out, and a tentacle appears from its wrist, and whoops, and
No fucking way.
Off to a good start.
Oh, can I reaction?
Oh,
You cannot.
What the fuck?
Oh, I can't.
You cannot. You cannot see.
Oh, I kind of must win, but
You can. I mean, you can. You can, but it's kind of blocked by. Actually, no. No. You can. You can react.
Whew.
can I use my cloud rune to move that damage onto the big one over there instead? So attack within 30 feet. I can move to another 30 feet. So it's
Oh.
Okay.
31 damage to him instead.
You invoke your cloud rune. You find as you try and divert the damage, there is barrier stopping you. There's something in the way between you and Aqua. You manage to get the damage across, but only half the damage.
Okay.
So Aqua, you take 15 points of damage instead.
Oh.
Okay. It will then end its turn. Scold! Scold. Scold, 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 scold. Scold, 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 scold. Scold, scold, scold.
No.
This creature that seems to only be the upper half of a body with arms sort of 5 feet long, fingers that extend to inches, like 5 to 6 inches long as each, with claws that probably match. Its wings sticking out from like the top of its back look almost bat-like but ragged, with threads missing, and horns that protrude backwards and are probably 2 or 3 feet long by themselves. Its teeth just razor-sharp fangs. It lurches towards you. There we go. And makes an attack with its claws for a 23, which misses, I believe. You manage to get your shield up just in time as the claws basically make an ever so slight indent and scratch along your prized shield, managing to take the brunt of the damage for you. It snarls at you and takes a step back. You get an attack of opportunity if you wish.
I do indeed. Got to return the favor with the hammer.
Okay, I'll move it back because otherwise it will say, "Oh, you're not close enough."
You can't do that. Target's apparently 25 away.
Are you targeting something else as well?
Oh yes, I'm targeting now. Sorry about that. Now.
Do it anyway.
It's okay.
Just throw it.
Just, I throw it, goes in the wrong direction. No, crap. Oh, whoops, that's damage. Sorry.
Wow.
I'm rusty. Okay, I'm rusty. So if it does hit,
Hit with 12.
it'll be 12.
That
Does it
hits. It does
Oh,
hit. You make like very sweet contact with its chest, and it just sort of backs off slightly as it's stepping away. Well, not stepping away, more floating, and it kind of dips into the inside the door.
Okay. Well, as it's kind of moving away, then I might go and help Aqua with his tentacle problem.
Sure, you can try that on your turn. Vic.
Oh yeah.
So I'm a bit concerned. Aqua just has got that by himself. He's not really tanky. Skull should be okay over there, but this big one, I feel like, I don't know whether or not Nell would be in trouble or not. And it's probably like 3 things summoned in for us potentially, although I'm not the smartest anyway. But big thing, big danger. I'm gonna.
Big thing, big danger. It matches you in height and size at this point.
I'm struggling to get.
I was about to say, does Vic, when he gets bigger, his like intellect shrinks? big danger.
This bad anyway.
It's his intellect does change proportionately to his
Inversely.
size. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna take a couple of swings at this one, thinking it's the biggest threat.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Swoosh. Oh, I need to do that.
25 hits.
5 hits. So damage plus the d6 I'll throw on as well. Oh, I get to click the button. It adds. It adds the
19.
d6 at the end of that.
Nice.
How much of that was? I don't know. I think 5 of that. Wait, 7 plus. Oh, 5. 3 was radiant. Okay. I don't know if the radiant makes any difference to these things, but just in case.
It doesn't seem to make any more impact on it than you would expect.
Okay. Then I'll attack my second attack.
That misses.
Okay.
The first attack slices across its chest. The second attack, it just bats away with its huge fists.
Okay. Bonus action. Do I have any bonus actions other than healing or going big? No, I don't think I really do. No. Okay. Cool. I don't need to heal anyway. I'm going to then stand my ground.
All right. The giant gorilla-like creature looming over you as you slash across its chest, like deep red to black blood just sprays out over you as you gash across, as you make the cut across its chest. It swings down one of its fists in a kind of retaliation to your second attack that it batted away. 22 misses. It follows up with its second fist. 21 misses. And then it kind of looms over you and goes for your sort of shoulder and neck with its giant gaping mouth.
And 3 attacks. No.
18 also misses. You manage to take the fists on your shield. You have a shield, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you've got a shield. So you take the fist on your shield and then just sort of dance out of the way of the bite. It sort of roars in your face and like this spittle bits of bone and all sorts of nasty in its mouth. Aqua.
As I took that first initial damage, where is it? Tides of Chaos will just go off.
Okay.
Not our new house.
And then
God damn.
I will run to here.
Okay.
Well,
You get
not run,
to there. And
yeah.
as you start, you turn and sprint full speed, and you just straight into something invisible that you can't see
Why can't I climb up there?
because
That's
there's something in your way.
Oh my god, there actually is.
Oh.
Oh. Okay. Wow.
Scold, you see Aqua, you turn to look at your friends to see if there's anything you can do to help them. You see Aqua, sort of take a deep breath, summon his tides, turn to sprint away to get some distance, and just clatter into a wall that just you can't see. He does take 4 points of bludgeoning damage, just from the speed you turned and ran. You seem to be confined in a space.
Okay. I will turn back around and stand my guard then.
Okay.
And change my plan into Brim's Binding Ice.
Okay.
Which one's that? Is that one? Boom.
All right. Okay. You send off your Ram's Binding Ice. The creature makes its saving throw and succeeds. However, it takes half damage on a successful save, right?
Yeah.
Half damage, so that's 7.
Yeah.
And it's not hindered.
No, it's fine.
Um,
Which is annoying.
roll a d100 for me. for your
Hang on.
Tides of Chaos.
Roll.
17. Ooh, 17. I don't think we've had that one yet.
No.
Oh no. That's not good.
We have had that one before.
Oh.
Have
Aqua,
we?
a familiar feeling spreads across your face
Yay!
as
Weird.
you send out your rhymes binding ice, and the creature, while engulfed in the iciness, while it's shaking off, you just feel as feathers sprout from your face, and you now have a great big bushy beard of feathers.
Now, I want someone to calculate the odds of always getting the same thing.
I know, right? I know, right?
It's a shame there's no effect for putting on I have a beard.
Confident. That's one.
Empowered. That's it.
Is that your turn?
Oh, I didn't mean to take that off. Yeah, that is the end of my turn.
Scold.
Right. Would I be able to determine from seeing Aqua hit a brick wall, essentially, that we are confined to our own battles, if you will?
It would appear that that seems to be the same. Like, you can reach out around you, and in an immediate vicinity to your left, or if you're looking towards Aqua, so sort of like back right up this way,
Yeah.
you kind of like reach out to try and push through, and there just seems to be something blocking your route.
I suppose I'll have to chase after my combatant, wherever he's wandered off to. So I'll make slow movements to try and find this guy. Did see him go in here. Great, this is going to turn into a horror game, isn't it?
Make a perception check.
Okay. Perception.
You notice that this room, while dark, this far corner seems a lot darker. And as you kind of focus, you can see the creature kind of pushed up into the corner, floating, not standing or anything, or not holding himself up, just like pushed into the corner, trying to get as much of a kind of much cover and stealth as possible. As it sees you, it's sort of
Great. I appear. I try not to appear startled, though obviously am. And go in for the hammer.
Okay.
Trusty hammer. Always works.
The trusty hammer. That hits.
Okay.
Nice.
So when in doubt, use the hammer.
10 points of
Go.
bludgeoning damage. Nice. Okay. Make a religion check, Scald. For me.
Oh no.
You get the distinct sense that there's something fundamentally demonic about the creatures that are in this courtyard. And as a result, before you swing with your hammer, you whisper a blessing to Vulcan. Roll an extra d6 for me. So you add 5 radiant damage to your bludgeoning. As you make contact, the blessing kind of extends through your arm into your hammer, and you can see the creature just sort of shriek and try and writhe away from you,
Nice.
seemingly doing the full extent of damage you wished it to do.
Seeing if I have any other actions or bonus actions I could do. But, I think I'm fresh out.
Okay.
So we'll have to leave it there. Enter.
Okay. Aqua. The creature that swung its tentacle at you just shambles after you, like running, but one of its legs seems to be more damaged than the other, so it kind of flops a little bit as it runs, and it's as it gets close enough, it just swings another tentacle appearing from its wrist at you.
Right.
Is now literally just sitting there, not allowed to do anything?
As you are stood there, or sat there, however you wish to be, you reach out to try and react to Vic. You reach out to try and help Aqua, to help Scold, and you are encased in invisible walls.
Is the
Actually, make a wisdom saving throw.
is the appearance still there?
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I did mean to do that at the top of the round. You try and bang against the walls around you, but you just can't seem to break through. The appearance before you just laughs. Oh, Anellyia, don't ruin the fun.
So if I was to cast, I know I'm not in initiative, so I'm just gonna clarify. If I was to cast a spell, it would just be confined in the place where I am.
You don't know. You can try and cast something if you want.
I want to cast inflict wounds on the thingy
Which thingy?
that I can't see.
Isn't that touch?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's
Oh,
a
is
touch.
it touch? Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I'm not casting that.
I was like, that's a very unusual one to try and cast.
You're gonna do it yourself again. I was like, go on then, why not?
Hold on. I am going to cast magic missile then.
Okay.
First level.
Are you at the one down here?
No.
With
two.
Okay. So he's like the appearance is here.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. You mutter the incantation for magic missile and fire them off, and they kind of extend forwards and then up, to the point where you can't really see them, and there's a moment where you just think, oh. And then you see them appear again further down in the courtyard, and then they impact with the silhouette and fizzle. Anellyia. That's not very fun, is it? Would you like to have it out with me?
As a response, I don't say anything. I just conjure a ball of fire in my hand, but I hold it there and let it fizzle out after a while.
Okay. Interesting. Aqua, 18 hits, right?
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. You take 15 points of necrotic damage as the whip rips across you, catches you in the shoulder. The tentacle whips, catches you in the shoulder, and sort of grips on for a moment, and you can feel it sort of sucking the life from you slightly.
Right.
And then lets go with a... The creature just lurches in front of you. It's gold. The torso, the flying torso, again, just swings out with one of its claws, and you manage to get your shield up again, and it just breaks across, and like the sound of the claw on metal just it's fingernails on a chalkboard. Again, it tries to move away, realizing that it's kind of stuck in place.
I'm not stuck in here with you. You're stuck in here with me.
It tries to get past through you into the door, through you through the door. And as it gets, you can make an attack of opportunity
Oh, okay.
because it's staying in place, but it's flying upwards.
Ah, I see. I will do just that then.
Do it.
Do it. No.
That just misses.
Dang.
You swing out your hammer, but you manage to just make contact with like the frayed, torn shreds of the lower body as it disappears again above you.
Dang it.
Vic.
Okay. Seeing this thing has got a few attacks, but I managed to stave off last time. I'm still hopefully feeling a bit confident. Attack numero uno. When you see
That
it.
hits.
Okay, and do. Ooh,
Bloody hell. How is that 23?
that's 2 8s. That's 2 8s and that.
I'm just like, oh my god.
How's it looking as well?
It looks like it's taken some hits.
Okay. I'll go with the second one as well then.
Okay.
It's a reverse swing.
That misses. Again,
Okay.
it manages to bat your sword away the second attempt with its giant fist.
Yeah. See, I'm not sure whether or not I don't know if I've really worked out that we're in our own fights, but I kind of like I want to go over and help someone else. So I'll just guess I want to try to kill this thing. So I'm going to do my action surge,
Okay.
so I can get 2 more attacks.
2 more attacks. Do it. That hits.
Okay, normal attack.
My.
Oh, 2 7s.
Nice. It's not the right button. That button. Okay. Again,
Okay.
you manage to slice across it. It seems like the more you hit it, the angrier the creature's getting, and the less effect your damage seems to have.
Okay, in that, because it still seems to be okay and getting angrier. With that last attack, I'm going to throw on my fire rune ability as well. Then
Okay.
I'm sure it's going to probably resist it, but it still does damage.
Yeah, I mean, you're still doing damage to it. It's still taking damage. However, it, just seems to be shrugging it off more just through sheer anger.
Okay.
Was that for to add to the
Fire.
19?
Yes, there's 2d6 fire damage. We have to make a strength DC 15, which I'm guessing
Okay.
this massive ape's probably going to be okay. Oh.
I mean, it was nearly an 18, but yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it gets flung back, is it?
Oh, I applied effects. No, it gets held in place and takes 2d6 at the start of its turn.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So it's locked in anyway. That was my third attack out of the 4 because I've got the extra.
Yes.
Just in case I missed. Crystal Longsword has no available uses remaining. I think I put the wrong thing on here. I think there's something slightly wrong with the sword because the sword, the charges is to heal with it. So I don't know why it's counting as a use because I'm not actually healing with it.
Just put the uses back. It'll be fine.
Yeah, just attacking with it. Oh, not advantage.
Would it be advantage because
It's restrained.
Oh.
That's why it said advantage.
Oh, okay.
So just roll with advantage again. Just click advantage and then advantage. Ignore the 21.
Okay.
I mean, you'll still hit, but
Yeah.
Okay, that also hits. 13. Nice.
More than normal damage.
Nice. This is some pretty nice damage here.
Cool.
Okay. So you swipe at it again, first time managing to catch it the other way down the chest. The second time it bats your sword away with its fist, just screaming and just like tensing as you swat away at it. The second attack is more like a stab that you get through the shoulder, and you release your fire rune, and it just goes, and you just see like the runes started to appear all over its body that just kind of holds it in place. I can't remember restrained necessarily. Hang on. Can't become 0 and it can't benefit from an attack rolls against the creature with advantage, and the creature attack rolls have disadvantage. Okay, nice.
So disadvantage to attack me as well.
Yes.
Oh,
And then your fourth strike just kind of goes for a killing blow, almost like to the neck, but it's still so angry and tense you can't quite cut through the muscle and sinew. I like how it does that like automatically.
and you roll a save at the end of your turn. 15.
Okay. As you kind of finish your turn and it comes to the creature's turn, you can see the runes pulse again, and it's so angry, like it's struggling to stand. You can see it's ragged. There's cuts, there's slashes, everything. But just out of pure anger, it strikes out at you, and it's going to use its reckless ability to forego the disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a miss. That's a miss. And then it's bite attack. Hit! Yes!
Hey, we got a hit. Sorry, Vic, but I like the underdog.
You take 8 points of piercing damage.
Now, not to be extra harsh, does this count as magical or is it regular?
No, this is just regular.
Okay, I got resistance.
Mm-hmm. It's all right. Don't worry. Don't be harsh. Don't be afraid about being harsh.
I know.
It swings down with its clubbing hands, but it's just a bit too weak to break through your like perfect shield form. It comes down with its mouth and manages to graze over the runes of your armor, but because it's so slow, sluggish, and being restrained by your runic power, it's unable to really have an effect. You barely feel it.
Cool.
Saving throw again, DC 15, isn't
DC
it?
15.
Strength.
Mm-hmm.
Fifteen, 13, it fails.
It wouldn't take the other 5 damage, so that's at the start.
Yeah, I don't know why it's done that. But...
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
There. If you end your
As-
turn, is it? Sorry,
Oh.
it says
Yeah, it does.
that's pretty cool.
Nice. Okay.
Sorry.
As I'm trapped and I see no real way out, and none of my spells, I feel like I don't want to destroy everything. I am gonna pull out and drink my potion of flying.
Okay.
And I am gonna try and fly my full movement up,
Oh
which is
no.
30 feet.
Plus, if you're action moving as well, it'll be 60.
Wasn't the action be drinking the potion?
Yeah, fair point. Okay, so 30 feet up. You do take an attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
However, that's not the right one.
See if you go 30 feet yet. Oh, it does.
Miss.
As you fly up, you're just too quick for the creature that just is a bit sluggish and slow, and it whips out its tentacle and just slams into the ground below you. You are now 30 feet in the air. You did see Nell's magic missiles fly up into the air, but they did go a bit higher than you could.
That's what kind of gave me the idea. Maybe there's no roof on our boxes.
Maybe.
Maybe, but that is my turn.
Any bonus action?
No, I ain't got nothing.
Okay. That's a double negative. He has something, guys. Don't trust him. Skold, it's your turn. You saw the creature run out, like fly out of the door, and then up.
Okay, I'm gonna slowly creep out, like poking my head.
I mean, make a perception check as you're kind of, where are you?
Perception.
You step out through the door very carefully. Whoops, sorry.
Oh dear.
And you step out very carefully, and you're looking up. And as you look up, you can just see like the tip of its wing poking out over the top of you. It's probably about 20 feet in the air, just kind of over, like on top of this building, on the roof.
Blimey. Well then, better throw that hammer. It's
Throw
multi-purpose.
that hammer!
It's the universal weapon.
But it's fine. That hits. No doubts, no doubts. 6. Nice. Roll another d6 for Radiant.
Ah, yeah. Vulcan guide me.
Two
Damn
more
it,
points.
Vulcan!
It's all good. 2 is better than 0.
It's true.
Okay. You step out, you see the creature kind of poking over unintentionally, and you just throw your hammer up, and it catches it clean in the jaw, just ding, and it just goes. Ah!
And well, I don't know if I can really do anything else. I can't see it. Oh, I can see Vic, and I can see Nell.
Yeah, you can see Vic facing down this huge gorilla thing, and seemingly winning. Nell is currently dealing with the creature that is in occupying this space here.
Okay.
And Aqua's 1v1ing some kind of undead demon thing.
Right, I'm thinking about doing Healing Word on Aqua.
Okay.
But yes, yeah. Wait, let me see. Yeah, it's bonus action. Cool, we're good. Oh, I'll give that a go. Give that a gander. See what happens.
Okay.
Boom, 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 boom. There you go.
You send out your divine magic to try and heal Aqua, and it seems to work. It seems like the only thing that these invisible walls are stopping is you moving through them.
Okay.
Woohoo!
There we go. That should delay your death momentarily.
Oh, great. Thanks for the optimism.
Never fear, Aqua, your death has been delayed.
Well, isn't that just in the grand scheme of things?
No. At the top of the round, make a wisdom saving throw. Nice. You facing down this aspect of your patron that is just hovering in front of you, mocking you, laughing at you, causing your friends harm. You manage to fight through, and you take a step forwards, and another step forwards. You appear to have some free reign over movement.
Okay.
How much free reign? Yet to be determined.
Okay. Do I get to do something?
You can take some actions. I didn't mean to roll initiative for you, but I mean, damn it! I pressed the wrong button. There you go. It's your turn. We'll put you at the top of the round.
I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts on I'm not attacking. I'm just casting Detect Thoughts.
Okay. Roll a d4 for me. All right. There's a longer moment than you're used to after you send out this spell. Are you just going for surface thoughts?
Depends on what I'm getting. If I'm getting anything satisfactory, I will stick with surface thoughts, but if I'm not getting anything satisfactory, I will try and dig deeper.
Surface thoughts? There doesn't appear to be anything. There is an absence of thought.
Okay. Did I target myself?
Are you saying that?
No, she has a ring of mind shielding, so I wouldn't get any thoughts. But I'm trying to dig deeper.
Okay. Okay. You feel resistance. An almost pliable resistance. Like you're being tempted in and then pushed out. And then you just hear laughing, and in your head, "Oh, Anellyia, so naive. You'd have thought after all these years you'd know a lost cause when you see one? Silly girl." And there's a rebuff, and you take 5 points of psychic damage. Unless you're resistant or immune, in which case, do as you will, but...
Okay, so yeah, that's my turn. Right.
Okay. We'll go back here. Not really sure what to do. The, Aqua, while you're flying up 30 feet, I need you to make a intelligence saving throw.
Intelligence?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can I use my Tides of Chaos to get an advantage on this?
You can indeed. You can use the thing in chat to do it.
Oh.
Yeah, easy. You managed to fight it off. Doesn't appear to have an effect. You see the creature below you kind of do some rudimentary swing of his hand, and then there's an image of a sort of sinking ship, and then it kind of fades. You manage to realize that actually no, this is just an image, it's not real. It's no big deal.
These illusions will not work.
Quite. There we go. Nope, that's one too far. It's gold. The creature that you are engaged with swoops down and again is going to make its attack with its claws against you. 20 misses. God damn it. He would have to
You gave him 24.
He would have to roll a 19 to hit you, so again, as it kind of claws in, it goes to just swoop away into the shadows, but this time kind of flies off in this direction, back over the roof.
Attack of opportunity.
Mm-hmm. I'll move it back so that obviously you can target it.
Get over here.
Get over here.
Can I do damage? Huh, that's a weird one. Let me see if I can just
You might need to do it again because it might have been
Yeah.
too far away when you did it originally.
Ah, yeah, it does say that. Maybe I'm actually selecting Josh as well. Okay. Yes, I am.
Stop trying to throw the hammer at me.
There we go. That should help now. Much better.
That hits. So don't forget to add your d6.
Yeah. Well, good. D6 on this. Oh yeah, gods are on my side.
Nice. Nice. Minus 14. Oh yeah. This time there's a proper plunking impact as you swing your axe, your hammer, and it like makes perfect contact with its face. There's a bit of a crunch as you kind of collapse its face in on itself a little bit. And yeah, it's a good roll. It's a good feeling. And it kind of actually it's such a
Oh,
as it tries to fly away off in this direction, your hammer just crashes into its face, and it's literally flung back against the wall, and it's just, and it kind of slinks to the ground. It's not prone, but it's not prone, but it is, still within range.
Okay, nice.
Vic, the creature in front of you is looking very rough.
nice. I'm going to attack. I get advantage because it's restrained.
Yeah, and it also reckless technically, so
Nice.
you got advantage in a couple of ways.
Okay. I'm gonna be really cringy and saying like Elvish, be gone or something like that.
Okay. Your cringe gets you an extra special hit.
Nice.
Easy. Like, it's 15 points more than you needed, but easy peasy. You just describe your kill of this demonic creature, this demonic gorilla.
Okay. Let's cringe it up even more.
Oh no.
So after last turn, I just maybe a bit of my hair gets in the way of one of my eyes, so I just like flick it up back behind the ear, and then just like in Elvish, yeah, be gone, demon, and then just thrust the sword right through its chest.
Oh. As your sword plunges through its chest, the creature howls out in rage and just starts pounding on its chest, and then like stands on its back on its legs, stretches as hard as it can, falls backwards, and just explodes into ash almost. And then as the ash is kind of lingering in the air, even that disappears, and the creature is vanquished.
Okay, so I don't know that I'm really stuck in a bubble. So I'm gonna go down and I don't know if I would still be. I don't know. I don't know if he's. I want to try to go down here and come in and use my second attack against this thing here.
Okay.
So I'm gonna move. That's normal speed, I guess. I don't know. Try to rush down there, and I can't get through that gap, but I try to get down one more.
That's not that gap. Oh, okay.
You get into there.
Oh, I
just
can't
about-
get into him.
Just about, well, you're not quite in there, but you're in the you're occupying 3 squares out of it. So
I can reach this thing now with my attack though.
as you try and swing, you are met with an invisible barrier. Make a strength check. Make an attack roll. And then add your strength to it. So your strength modifier to it.
Okay, so
You'll have your strength twice, basically.
I'll attack the nav much. Okay, so do a normal and then plus 8. No, that would be 8, would it?
No, it'd be 5.
Five.
5
So
at maximum.
16?
16. You dropped a dice. You swing your sword, and as it makes contact, the crystal just ding, and doesn't seem to make any difference. You don't seem to have broken through.
Okay. Okay. I don't think I can. Do I need to embiggen again anytime soon?
This is your last round.
Okay. Starting it.
The dead monkey is up.
This burns even more.
Yeah, it's not back. It'd be Aqua's turn.
Well,
Where?
as I guess I saw Vic vanquish the big gorilla and run over to me.
Your savior is here, in the immortal words of the Joker.
But then I guess I see him try, and he hits an invisible wall like I did.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna fly up 20 more feet.
Okay.
So I'll be at 50 feet. I'm gonna aim fully down.
Okay.
So I'm looking at this guy. I'm gonna actually select him, and I'm gonna just tidal wave down to him.
Okay.
Um,
All right. Okay. Could be up to 30.
Win.
Okay. You essentially.
Up to.
No, I'm
Well, it
thinking.
comes from me.
I'm thinking of the ramifications for this.
Well, if we're in a box, I'm assuming it's gonna just hit the edges straight away and then disperse like it should.
Yeah, you're overlooking one major different,
Hey, to Aqua's knowledge, so far nothing's gone out of boxes. It's gone all.
Yeah, okay. You send out your tidal wave, and it just starts swirling in a whirlpool in this sort of like echo chamber you're in, and it sort of creates water that just keeps rising and rising and rising. Nell, despite you standing on the other side of the pool, your feet are getting wet, and you suddenly realize that the pond is just expanding. And as you turn to look, you can see Aqua creating this tidal wave inside his sort of little mini prison that is then expelling through the pond. Vic, you also notice this as your feet are getting wet. The pond starts rising above the gangway, and the koi fish's domain has grown. Let's put it that way.
What about the creature though?
The creature took damage. It's sort of swirling around in the whirlpool that's been created by this.
Now, did I move him or knock him down because of the way the waters work?
Say again?
Because you have to make a save throw.
Oh,
so
he does.
Did he
Yeah,
move,
sorry.
Or did he get prone?
No,
well,
he's
he's
still on
fine.
it. He's still on his feet. He's managed to plant himself.
Yep.
Like his rotting feet are kind of digging
He only
into the
takes
dirt.
8 points of damage then.
Okay. You can see him just kind of standing there, being bustled and hustled around by the
I am
tidal
very
wave.
annoyed by this.
And then you also notice that the pond is just rising beneath him, and like your tidal wave is just being expelled through the bottom underneath the box. More water though, yay! The fish's domain is growing.
Well, that's my turn.
Okay, Scald.
Okay.
The creature is still like basically on level terms with you at the moment.
all right, well, you know what I'm going to say.
I do.
And I've still got Aqua selected somehow. And now I can't unselect because Vic's in the way.
Oh no. We'll just move Aqua that way a little bit.
There we go. You know, I don't want to hit anybody with the hammer, but the hammer seems to be wanting to hit people, so it's got a mind of its own. It's possessed. Oh.
Misses. Despite the creature being on the levelest playing field it's been all fight, You swing and it just ducks down even more, and you just clatter your hammer into the wall.
To use my runic shield.
Within 60 feet is hit by attack roll.
Oh, hit by.
Yeah, hit by.
They have to be hit. I was seeing if I could be cheeky and make it so I could re-roll it, but they have to be hit by. Sorry.
Why can't you just use the person that has been hit?
No one got hit.
No one got hit though.
Oh,
Apart from the wall.
Apart from the wall, I don't think the wall's in a very good mood right now.
But yeah, it's just there's no challenge to it. That's why the hammer demands challenge. And it just wasn't enough. We'll leave it there. I think everybody else is doing okay at the moment.
Now,
yeah.
it's your turn. You have free reign.
Okay. Question.
42.
Actually, yeah. The walls and everything is made of the stone, yeah?
Yeah. Oh no. Yathina, there is wood around. Okay. Like, the pathways are made of wood. There's grass.
wreck
There's a
mode.
bush.
Okay,
Don't
fair
worry.
enough.
As soon as you said that, my next thought was, how do I counter this?
It's like, how do we put out the fireball she's about to throw at her patron?
Well, no, she was going to. I was going to do a little bit of flavor, but if there's wood around, I'm not going to do it.
Well, no,
she-
yes, there was going to be a fireball. You can put as much
Um,
flavor in it as you like. No, a fireball's a fireball.
Yeah, I know, but if it wouldn't have burned much apart from singeing the walls a little bit that are made out of stone and everything is made out of stone, then it wouldn't have made damage to the house that we newly rented out. But if there is damage, then I'm not going to do it. And this is purely Yathina speaking, because it was supposed to be a very emotional thing. Can she move?
Yeah, you've got full movement. You've got free reign.
Okay, I'm moving up to 2, and I'm casting my inflict wounds, touching the smoke / thing that he's made of, and casting my inflict wounds.
Okay.
I deleted it and I can't get it back now. Can I? Yeah, can you overwrite me or something? Because I can't make it 1 use out of 1 again. Thank you. I can't attack. Can you roll for me?
I mean, that hits. You reach out and you touch. How are you reaching out and touching?
Is he sort of level with her? Is he taller than her?
Slightly taller.
Okay, she would reach up to where, the smoky head is, or where she thinks his head is, and she grips both sides of that, or if she's just gripping into air or smoke or something, just holding it and growling, "Leave them alone," and casting inflict wounds.
Okay. Roll. I don't know if you can roll damage. I'll do it for you.
I can't know.
Okay, so 14. You reach out and you grab around the head of the smoky aspect, and you release your inflict wounds, and suddenly pain racks through your head too. You don't take damage, but as you can feel the effect that you are having wrought through the left-hand side of your face, the burnt side. It seems to scream out in pain for you, and the aspect sort of starts to dim, and it just yeah, it's just kind of becomes less. You definitely feel like it had an effect of some form.
Okay. As I experience that pain, I pull back, and I would like to spend 2 sorcery points to make that a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
Where's my sorcery points? Yeah. And as my action, then I am. Shit, I'm. Okay, I know it's with disadvantage, but I'm shooting an Eldritch Blast at him. No, actually, I'm going to try and shoot it past him towards the shadow creature that Skold is entangled with.
Okay, roll your attack for Eldritch Blast, and then add your charisma to it. So +4 to this.
Okay.
28. It's gold. As you are facing down this half creature, suddenly from behind you, just one of Nell's fire motes of her Eldritch Blast flings past your head. Roll damage now. I think it's 2d10 now, isn't it? Not quite.
No, 1.
Just 1. And impacts the creature again, square in the face where you recently just smashed it. And it just starts writhing around. Good hit.
Thumbs up.
It's just good job.
Okay, that's my turn.
Okay.
Oh shit, yeah, it's back to the last one, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Aqua and Vic, you see the creature, like the rotted corpse demon creature, like swirling around still as the tidal waves still like whirlpooling downwards into the pond, and it's trying to keep its footing, but before it gets a chance to take a step towards you, Vic, it loses its feet and falls prone, and then just oops. Takes 1 point of drowning damage, I guess. And then that's its turn. It's gold. This time.
Maybe this time.
It's going to miss again. It swings out and you just continue to get your shield up. Like, it's almost too easy at this point. Vic.
Okay, I still want to try to get through this.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just cast another giant smite anyway.
Okay, because it was this turn that was going to run out. So you feel yourself smallening, and so you embiggen yourself again.
Mm-hmm.
Melting.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna try to smash through this thing if I can.
Okay. Make another attack roll and then add your strength.
So am I attacking the wall, or am I trying to attack this thing?
You're attacking the wall to try and get through it.
Okay. +5.
Nice. You manage to... You don't feel anything give, but you do feel your arm go through. And you feel comfortable enough, or confident enough, that you could take a step in if you wanted to.
Okay, so we say I kind of have done then, because I'm still like...
Yeah. So now you've broken through, you're kind of inside the barrier enough that you could take a swing at the creature.
Okay, and it's prone?
Mm-hmm.
So I get advantage, yeah.
You do.
Anything I want to do before I swing?
Run the
I rolled
tabletop.
normally. Sorry, I rolled normally. Second one. Even worse. With advantage 10.
Yeah, you miss. The water swirling on top of it puts you off a bit too much, and you think you've slashed into it, but actually it's just a kind of the mirage effect, and it doesn't seem to have any effect.
Okay, but I'm comfortably inside this thing now, yeah? This
Yes.
area.
And Aqua is 50 feet above you.
Nice.
Nice.
No more tidal waves, please, Aqua. I'm in here now.
Oops. Speaking of, Aqua,
Yes,
it's your turn.
I know. And as I have just noticed Vic break through and miss this weird demon creature, I am gonna... Let's see. I'm not gonna do anything big as Vic asked me to. So I'm gonna do Chaos Bolt, 3rd level.
Okay. It's with disadvantage because he's prone.
What? I roll disadvantage. He rolls disadvantage.
You roll disadvantage because he's prone.
Okay.
Ranged attacks against prone are disadvantage. Nice. Again, same as Vic. Like, him being underwater just distorts your perception of where he is. You did roll a 1 though.
See what? Let's see what it was that I rolled as well.
Mm-hmm.
Lightning. Great.
No, hell no.
Roll damage. Oh no. Vic. No.
Mm-hmm.
Koi fish. You all take 17 points of lightning damage.
As we get fried alive.
Aqua.
I was so annoyed that I couldn't get him with anything. I ended up overdoing it.
Everybody have to pay respects to the koi fish.
I know. I'm more sad I hit them.
However, you do see the corpse underwater start to convulse violently and then just...
Take that, mate. I'll take that.
Somehow, I did it.
You
I suppose I'll
failed
start to-
successfully.
I'll fly down to 20 feet then. That's my movement for.
Okay.
And
Next
then
time I'm
for
going
turn.
someone else. I'm coming to save someone else or help someone else next time.
It's gold.
I'm just glad I didn't get electrocuted.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I feel like that's the second time he's done that.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a 1 in 8 chance. It could have been any of the others.
Yeah, somehow you always seem to do it.
Wait, didn't Nell do, as a dragon, do lightning breath
Yep.
Yeah,
in the water as well?
that knocked me out that once.
It's the
I don't know
second
what
time.
you're talking about. I don't remember this.
It's the second time she's knocked you out as well, Aqua.
Yeah.
Anyway, gold.
She documented it very well in her diary. You know, she made a little drawing of him screaming and in flames and stuff. It's very
I
cute.
still haven't seen this drawing of me burning alive yet.
It's gold.
Okay. Yeah, I'll continue to wail on this poor defenseless creature.
Go for it.
I'm feeling bad at this point, you know.
Don't feel bad. You hit. Roll your damage plus a d6.
Oh wow.
Wait. I just want to put it out of its misery.
You do.
just die.
Continuing to, like, aiming for the same spot that both you and Nell have hit with various attacks. You impact in the front of the face and just like a watermelon.
Oh, crap.
That was what, like 20 damage, I think, in total? 16. Yeah. Either way, it did. And as the head just explodes, it just turns to ash, much like the gorilla creature did, and then disappears.
Be gone. I whisper. And yeah, I suppose I turn around and see what's happening. What's still alive, if anything?
Your friends?
Yay! We're good.
We got to preserve a lot of these fish if we're going to be eating well for a while, though.
Hmm.
I am now on the floor crying that I have murdered all of the fish.
Yeah.
That was your
Make
uncle.
another stew.
I'm not worried that I hit Nal or Vic. I'm worried about the fish.
There was a whole school of koi fish in there. Generations old.
You probably have to. We're not getting a deposit back for these koi fish, by the way. Like they're probably part of the property. Like, well, maybe I don't know which one of you is paying for it between you two, but me and Skull probably are out of it.
Yeah.
What's going on then? Like they're gone. Is Nell's thing still there that I saw before?
It is. It's like lessened somehow. It's difficult to explain. Now, as you're looking at it, I'll keep that in mind. Interesting. Don't forget Anellyia. She's been busy.
Ooh, who's been busy?
We'll end the session there for this week, I think.
Oh wow.
And we'll pick it up next week for a continuation of fish murder at Koi Manor.
We've got no potatoes left over.
I'm sure we do.
Make us chips.
I still don't think this is the time as bad as the time I randomly killed an innocent in a pub, allegedly.
Or a half of a town.
That one.
Yeah,
No, that was worse. That was worse. Anyway, good job, guys. You didn't die.
yay.
GG's.
And
GGs.
yeah, that was fun. Had fun.
That was.
Whew. A lot to digest.
Listen, I didn't mean this to be this dramatic. I just wanted to remember his name.
I didn't mean this to just be dramatic. I just wanted to be all the attention on me.
Aqua's waiting. No, Aqua. I'm not Aqua. Wait, Vic's waiting for. Wow. Vic's waiting for like another Nell apology to
Oh,
validate
yeah.
that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I am once again asking for your combat support.
Anyway, we'll pick that up next week. And we'll see how things go. Don't forget, dear viewer, to check us out on YouTube if you so wish. We do appreciate it. Likes, subscribes, views, that sort of thing. If you haven't followed Twitch already, come and follow the Twitch. Stream at least every Tuesday, sometimes extras. Go and follow Burius if you haven't already. He's quite good, except when he's ill. Follow Yathina, she streams sometimes. Follow me, I guess. I stream too. What else? I think that's everything. Feel free to join the Discord as well if you want to talk D&D. If you want to talk about scales, if you want to talk about anything, game related. Everyone likes talking D&D there, so plenty of conversation to be had. And yeah, I guess that would be everything. Yathina, do we have a raid to go to?
We do.
Okay, I've never heard of these people before. Let's go find out how they are. Yeah. Yeah. Good job, Rando. Do it. Do that. Do what Rando said. Anyway, we'll see you guys on not Saturday.
Oh,
Maybe
we might see you on Saturday.
we won't see you on Saturday. I'm busy.
No, we might see you on Saturday. We have plans, maybe.
Oh, well,
So, yeah,
feels left out, man. Anyway, goodbye, everyone.
goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.